guys, before we get started with this video, I would just like to say if you're enjoying my content, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and give that notification bell a big ol' smack for me. It helps the channel out a lot. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy the video.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Ask Barney, episode 11. Wow, we're getting really far ahead on this series. We're almost to Ask Barney episode 12 on the Barney Hunter 12 YouTube channel. That'd be interesting. Now, before anyone says it, OMG, Barney, this gameplay on the screen right now is so laggy. What are you playing it on? A potato? No, okay? I'm not playing this on a potato. I am playing it on a mashed potato. That's why it's so laggy, okay? I'm probably gonna be upgrading my computer pretty soon for this very reason. So, yes, I am well aware the gameplay is laggy before anyone says anything about it. I'm sure people are still gonna say stuff about it, but anyways, if you are not familiar with Ask Barney, it's a pretty simple concept. You ask questions, and I answer them. Yes, I know, it's actually not simple at all. It's very complicated. So, if you want a chance to be featured in Ask Barney episode 12, go ahead and leave your question in the comment section below. And remember, the more creative your question is, the better chance that it will be featured. You know, not the same question that's left on literally every single episode. You know, like, there are some questions that I guarantee have been left on every single episode because I've answered them before. But anyways, with that aside, let's go ahead and jump into the first question, shall we? Other than the April Fool's joke you did a couple weeks ago, if you do end up quitting trolling, what would you do? Well, I'm not exactly going to be quitting trolling, but I will tell you there is a certain kind of other content that I would like to make, but I guarantee if I only made that kind of content, the channel would die in a month. Because literally people come for trolling content. I feel like 80% of people would just leave if I didn't make trolling content. But, yeah, I will actually start making that kind of content alongside the trolling videos. But don't worry, that's not gonna, like, you know, make trolling videos come out any less often. There's still gonna be a trolling video every 3 days, like it always is. It's just those 2 days in between a trolling video. That's when I might start posting a different type of content. Now, I'm not going to disclose what exactly it is yet, because when that's about ready to come out, I will make a video announcing it, because I think it deserves its own video. But it is something that I have actually been working on behind the scenes already. I've actually been getting some people together to help me make it, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, trolling's not going anywhere, but there might be a new type of video series that is going to come out relatively soon that you guys are going to hopefully enjoy, so look forward to that. Have you seen the Minecraft movie? If so, how extreme was the reaction when the chicken jockey showed up? Yes, I have seen the Minecraft movie. Twice, actually. And both times when the chicken jockey scene showed up, my audience that I was watching it with was not freaking out about it. Not like in the videos I have seen, you know, floating around on the internet. As a matter of fact, there was no reaction at all. But of course, I was not in like a big movie theater when I went to go see it, so that might have played a role in that. Now, if you don't know what this person's talking about somehow, you know, Google Minecraft movie chicken jockey, you'll probably get the gist of what this is all about. Honestly, I liked it. I liked the Minecraft movie. It wasn't perfect, obviously. I mean, Jack Black as Steve, just, no, it did not work. They could have done a better job of casting someone as Steve, because when I hear Jack Black, I think of Po from Kung Fu Panda. That's all I can imagine when I hear Jack Black's voice. That's, yeah. So that kind of ruined it a little bit for me, but the animation was 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, the animation was fantastic. The way they animated the villagers, the piglins, and creepers, and the other mobs in the game. Now, if we're going to talk about the story, meh. Honestly, meh. I'm not going to spoil too much because, you know, not everybody watching has seen the movie yet. So, I think I'm going to just end it here before I say anything that, you know, spoils it for anybody. Have you ever considered working at a cafe properly? No, not really, no. Because you know how much time you have to put in to actually get promoted, especially if you're like, and I hate to say it, I know that these games don't like it when I say this, but especially when you use an account that doesn't have a lot of, like, you know, limiteds or fancy items or whatever. If you're like a default avatar, it is harder to rise up the ranks. I'm sorry, it has just been proven over the years that if you have an aesthetic avatar, you're more likely to get a promotion. Now, of course, that's not a blanket statement. You could have an aesthetic avatar and you just don't talk to anybody, then you probably might not get a promotion then too, but yeah, honestly, I've heard one too many horror stories about how much drama happens behind the scenes in these games, too. Look, I'm not saying I hate people that play the game. Like, if you enjoy these kind of games, whatever. You know what? You do you. You do you. But it is not for me. It is absolutely not for me. Now, trolling these games? That's me. In case you didn't know, that is me. But, yeah, no. These games are just big, gigantic power struggles. That is what they are. I'm sorry, I hate to be so blunt, but that is what these games are. They are gigantic power struggles. Not to mention, I don't have the time to do that, man. Like, I have responsibilities I have to do. I'm gonna be getting more responsibilities, most likely, in the future. I don't have the time to attend, like, 5 trainings in a day so that I don't get demoted for inactivity or something, you know? Now, again, if you like these games, that's fine. You do you, but I'm just saying you will never catch me working at one of these games seriously, unless it was like for the April Fool's thing that I did earlier this month. But yeah, like me unironically working in one of these games, no, never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Sorry. What did you want to be when you grew up? You know what I used to dream about as a kid? Being a storm chaser. You know, those people who would go in these big armored vehicles and get way too close to like an F3, F4 tornado, you know? Yeah, people like that. That's what I wanted to be. Or maybe even a meteorologist, because when I was a kid, I was fascinated with thunderstorms, lightning, hurricanes, maybe not tornadoes, but I wanted to be maybe a storm chaser or a meteorologist. I'm not sure what happened with that. I don't know. But, you know, now I'm a YouTuber. So, I don't know. Is that a downgrade? I don't know. Have you ever seen a tornado in your life? Not a full-on tornado, but I think I got very close to seeing one day. So, my mom was picking me up from baseball one time when I was a kid, and we were in the parking lot, and we looked up at the sky, and we saw that there was rotating clouds. So, my mom floored it to our house and got us into our storm shelter that we had downstairs, and, you know, hid us there for a while, and, you know, waited for the storm to pass. Now, a tornado, I don't think actually touched down, but of course, when you're looking up and you see spinning clouds, you're not thinking, oh, a tornado, you know, may or may not happen. You think, I don't want to be around to find out, so you get the heck out of there. So no, never seen a full-on one, but that's the closest I've come to seeing one. My mom, actually, speaking of, has seen a full-on tornado. Now, it was before I was born, so obviously I was not around to see it, but she was driving, and she was going up a hill, and when she got to the top of the hill, there was a tornado, like, directly ahead of her. Now, luckily, it was a pretty weak tornado, so it wasn't able to pick up her car, but still, you can imagine she got a good fright out of seeing it, so she turned right around and sped back the way she came. She told me that she was very lucky that there was nobody behind her at the time, because she didn't even look behind her to see if anybody was there. So if there was someone behind her, she would have rammed right into them, and who knows? We don't even know what direction the tornado was going. For all we know, it could have been coming right at her. So, you know, she rammed into the person, stopped moving, the tornado could have picked both of the people up. But luckily, that's not what happened. There was no one behind her, so she was able to escape alive and unharmed. What's your favorite food on the Buffalo Wild Wings menu? Honestly, the teriyaki chicken wings. I am not a guy who's into spicy stuff. So then wait a minute, why are you going to Buffalo Wild Wings then, Barney? Their whole thing is that they have hot wings. Well, because they have an exclusive Mountain Dew flavor there. That's kinda the main reason why I go. That's how much of a soda nerd I am. And of course, that is Mountain Dew Legend. I've talked about it before. So when I go there, I have something to eat with it, obviously. And since I'm not really a big fan of spicy wings, I have the teriyaki wings. I've tried their garlic parm wings, but even that has a bit of spice to it. They put like these red peppers on it or something that makes my lips burn. Yeah, literally, garlic parm makes my lips burn. That is how much of a wuss I am with spice. So, my favorite thing on the menu is probably Mountain Dew Legend, but if we're talking food, probably the teriyaki wings. Which of the 4 seasons is your favorite season? Spring, summer, autumn, or winter? Now, most people answer this question and say, oh, my favorite season is summer. I love going to the beach, hot weather, ice cream, I don't know, bunch of other reasons to like summer, vacations, stuff like that. Me, summer's my second favorite season. I'm not dissing on summer by any means, it's a great season, but the best one, in my opinion, fall. Fall is my favorite season. Why? Well, a couple reasons. First off, I love the temperature of fall. Yes, it's nice to have hot weather in the summer, but I like it when it's cool and crisp in the fall. Not cold like it is in wintertime when you have ice all over the place. I'm talking about cool and crisp weather. I love that, because I'm a guy who overheats really, really easy, so having cool weather, not cold, but cool weather is very much welcoming to me. Not to mention, the leaves changing is just awesome. I also love apple-flavored stuff, apples in general. Pumpkin is also amazing, like pumpkin pie, pumpkin bread, stuff like that. I also really enjoy Halloween and American Thanksgiving, and technically speaking, most of the Christmas season is in fall, despite it being considered a winter holiday. So, yeah, I love fall the most, easily, because of the temperature, and because a lot of the fall themes are just really, really cool. Who's your favorite Dragon Ball villain, and why? Now, of course, this is in reference to Dragon Ball Z, so if you have never seen that series, you're probably not going to understand a word of what I'm about to say. Now, there are really 4 main villains. There was more than just 4, but the 4 main ones were Vegeta, at least in the Saiyan saga, Frieza, Cell, and Majin Buu. Now, my favorite of them is probably Cell. And I would say that goes for of all the villains in the story, main and minor ones alike. Now, Vegeta, he was basically manipulated by Frieza to become what he had become, which was, a ruthless tyrant. Now, of course, the Saiyans in general at that time were kind of all jerks, but Frieza probably didn't help him. And then Frieza himself, he was just a power-hungry tyrant. Majin Buu, he was the personification of evil. Cell, he just wanted to be entertained. That's why I think Cell is cool. He's so much more simple than the other villains. Now, when he was trying to, get to his perfect form, his motivations were, hey, I gotta get to my perfect form. Why? I don't know. I just want to get stronger. That's why. And then when he got his perfect form, he just wanted to be entertained. He wanted to find somebody who could challenge him. Now, of course, his way of doing that was not right, because he was threatening the Earth to do it, but he just wanted someone to give him attention, really. I think that's what Cell wanted more than anything, was just attention. I really think he was just an attention seeker. Like, why do you think he made an entire tournament literally called the Cell Games, and then said, hey, if nobody comes to challenge me, I'm blowing up the Earth? He just wants attention, dude. That is what Cell wanted, and he certainly got that attention, maybe a little too much of it, because, Gohan kind of literally disintegrated him, so, yeah. How old are you? Old enough. How do you come up with jokes in your videos? Good question. One I don't really have an answer to, because I really don't know where they come from. They just pop up in my head. I don't know if I was just born with a natural ability to just, randomly think of the stupidest things possible, or what the case is. I don't know. I think maybe God literally just put me together and wired me specifically for this position. Like, he was about to send me to Earth and, finishing up the final touches, and he was like, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and give him the ability of random stupidity inside his brain. And I think that this is going to work for his eventual job as a YouTuber. This is what I am putting you on Earth to do, Barney, to think of the dumbest things possible and make videos out of them. Now, that's my purpose right now. I don't know what my purpose will be later in life. Hopefully I'll find something else to do with this, or maybe I'll keep doing this for the rest of my life. Who knows? Who knows? Only God knows. And I feel like only God knows the answer to that question that this person posed too. So, on that note, let's get to the next question. Do you know Cesamer in real life? Can you ask him if he can post again? Will Naturality, Cesamer, and Zeke come back to trolling? I figured these questions are pretty similar, so I just put them together. Now, as for do I know Cesamer in real life? No. No, I do not. So I can't just go up to him and say, "Hey, bro, where's the newest trolling video, man? I've been waiting like 3 or 4 years, man." Now, as for, Cesamer, Naturality, and Zeke, are they gonna come back to trolling? I don't know. I'm not them. I don't know what their plans are for their channels. I certainly hope they will. I can hope, but I can't know for sure. So hey, if any of them are listening right now, hey guys, people want you to come back. So if you got the time for it, or if you still want to do it, come on. Come on back to us, man. Even for like 1 or 2 videos, like that would be great. But there could be a reason why they aren't making videos anymore. We don't know what they could be, and honestly, that is something that they do not have to share, That is up to them. It's their channels, it's also their lives, so if they want to just not make videos anymore and not explain anything, that's their choice to have. Now, of course, it will leave a lot of people with a lot of questions, but they are not obligated to answer. Now, would it be nice if they answered and said, "Hey guys, this is it, the channel's done, and this is why"? Yeah, that'd be nice if they did, but it's not required of them. It is not required of them, and so, yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with, asking or hoping that they'll come back, but just don't get your hopes up is all I'm saying, because honestly, all of them have gone multiple years without uploading, so honestly, the chances of them coming back is very slim, at least at the time of me recording this video. Who knows, one of them might see this video and be like, "Alright, bet! You think I won't come back? Here, I'm gonna make a video just to prove you wrong, Barney." We'll see. We'll see what happens, I guess, but honestly, they're probably not gonna be coming back, is my guess, but we can hope. We can hope. Do you like root beer and white chocolate? I didn't even know that was a combination of things that people put together, to be honest with you. I've heard of root beer and ice cream, the root beer float, but I've never heard of root beer and white chocolate until today. I love white chocolate. Love white chocolate, but I hate root beer. I've tried it. I don't like it. I think it is absolutely disgusting. So no, I have never tried putting them together, and probably never will. I'll just take the white chocolate, thank you very much. That's one of the reasons why I like Christmas time, because white chocolate is one of the flavors of the season. But I'll tell you, it is very rich, it is very sweet, and it gets overwhelming after a while. But I'll tell you, one of my favorite things that comes out that's white chocolate related is these white fudge covered Oreo cookies that come out during Christmas time. Love it. And white hot chocolate, oh man, I love white hot chocolate. Now, one of my friends is a baker, and she loves to point out that white chocolate is technically not even real chocolate. And you know what? I don't care. It still tastes really good. So you know what? Even if it is or isn't a real chocolate, white chocolate is awesome. Root beer? No. Screw root beer. I hate root beer. It's disgusting. I'm getting sick just thinking about it. So no root beer. I'll take the white chocolate, thank you. You know what I'd like instead of a root beer float? I'd take an orange float. Orange soda and white chocolate. Or not white chocolate. Well, I don't know. Would that be good? No, probably not. Ice cream is what I meant. An orange float. Vanilla ice cream and orange soda. Because it'd be like an orange creamsicle, like in a cup. Like that's what I'll take. And I've had them too. They're pretty dang good. A nice orange float. That'd be nice in the summertime too. But anyway, I'm getting way off topic here. You know what I think the topic needs to be now? It's the Barista Bashers. But before we get into that, I just want to, of course, remind everybody, if you want to be featured in Ask Barney episode 12, well, have a chance to be, because I can't get everybody in, go ahead and leave your comment, your question in the comments below. Man, see, I'm really bad at my job. I'm really
bad at my job. And remember, keep your questions creative, something I've never seen before, or just something creative in general. That's what's going to get you a higher chance of being shown in episode 12. So, yeah, and one question each, of course. So anyways, let's get into the Barista Bashers. So, if you would like to become a Barista Basher and get your name shown in my videos, or if you would like to get access to my private Discord server and still have your name shown in my videos, go ahead and press the join button next to my name. And if you are trying to join my Discord, make sure that your YouTube account is connected to your Discord account. If you have any issues joining, disconnect your accounts and rejoin them again. Alright, so we got, once again, more new Barista Bashers, because I actually just hosted another live stream the other day. At least at the time of this video, it was the other day. When this comes out, it's probably like, what, close to a week ago? Almost a week ago. So yeah, what happened was, of course, more people got gifted Barista Basher. So that means they literally got it for free without having to pay a single penny. And yet they still get to have their name shown in my videos. That's what happens when you participate in one of my live streams. So yeah, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I do a live stream. And yeah, they are a lot of fun outside of, you know, potentially getting gifted free Barista Basher. My live streams are fun because you get to talk to me directly, you get to ask me questions, we like to mess around, have some fun. It's a nice bonding experience with members of my community because, you know, it's no secret, I kind of isolate myself a lot, so it's nice to have these live streams where I'm not isolated, I'm there for you to talk to. So, and it's nice that I get to talk to you. I sound like a narcissist when I say, oh yeah, it's great because you get to talk to me. I'm the best person ever. Everybody come to me so you can talk to me. I swear I'm not a narcissist, okay? I like to talk to you too. Alright, anyways, there's our Barista Bashers. I'm not a narcissist!